Alright, in the bottom, rocking the wolf, it is Protokam. Up to the left, also with the wolf, it is R22. Wolf, Skunk, Falcon, Squirrel seems like a pretty good core. Protokam a little bit more on the aggressive side, though, with Lizard, Mole as well. And this might actually punish R22, because R22 is a little bit greedy. And look at this, Protokam, who generally is an aggressive player. He's been around the scene for quite some time here. Trying to make the 4-farm Warren rush work, but instead it's just going to be a mind game here. Do need to be careful when you do this kind of stuff, because if R22, like, overreacts, and then all of a sudden, you know, R's got a bunch of Warrens, you've got nothing, you know, so R22 sees it's a bluff now. Let's see how he's going to respond when he goes home. Is he going to keep the Warren? No, he's going to go ahead and sell it as well. So, a little bit of early game shenaniganery here. A little bit of a no harm, no foul. Protokam going for it again, though, with the 6-farm Warren this time. And R22's on 8 farms. I wonder if he just commits to 8. I mean, the one squirrel's going to be here pretty fast. Yeah. Ooh, this is a little spicy. We're opening up on a fun game here. R22 getting the Warren down. So R22 decided not to sell off the Warren there. Or sell off a pig to get an earlier Warren, rather. And sells a Warren there, puts a turret in a pretty defensible spot. That should actually cover most of pigs. Protokam's going to try to get this one down here. We'll be able to pick it up. I don't know, the 2 pigs. Oh my gosh. Oh, Protokam's commander. Oh my gosh. Worst case scenario for Proto there. Great defense for R22. And this is a little tough now for Proto. He really needed to at least kill that pig. It was a bit unfortunate the angle. It had 2 pigs kind of shooting down that squirrel. But, you know, Protokam's not completely out of this game. He is definitely behind now. Really good defense there from R22. That turret came in really handy. Really kind of prevented Protokam from attacking from any angle that he wanted. Okay, Proto gets the scout on the tier 2 Warren. Doesn't know what tier 2 it is, of course, but straight lizard. Not a bad call against Squirrel Skunk. The lizards can generally kind of move through the gas pretty quick, maybe kill those skunks. Skunks have so much HP, though. So I don't know. I don't know about this. This is not the best map for what Protokam wants to do, either. Protokam wants to be kind of on the map, bobbing and weaving, trying to harass, but there's really, like, this is the perfect map against lizards for R22, right? I mean, look at this. There's 1 entrance to 3 bases? Come on. Proto's just going to double down on the tier 1, though. It's a little bit spicy. He's going to come in, try to make it work. And it takes a decent engagement. But the problem here is that he hasn't really done damage. And now R22's got the tech. R22 might even feel comfy enough to throw down a farm with that turret. So, not looking too great for Proto. He needs a transition out of just tier 1 at this point. Okay, well, he's got the cabin, which is nice. And maybe he can take that other one, go up to 2 campfires. And that's like, you know, 2 farms without having to build a gristmill. So that's pretty good. Yeah, the Squizzard's just not going to work anymore, though. There's just not any angles. The turrets really are just the nail in the coffin here. Yeah, the turret's just doing so much damage. Great job there from R22 defending that. And, you know, I'd love to see Proto at least take this other cabin back here. He's going to go for the mill. Maybe he's thinking about getting a little bit more economy going than just a couple farms. But this is great for R22. R22 just needs to hold the door here. And he'll be just fine. Like, he's got the tech advantage, he's got the economy advantage. You know, Proto really stayed on Squizzard for a while, so he's looking to get something done. And here we go, the big bad wolf coming in to try to blow down R22's house. And great scout from R22. Sees it almost immediately, which forces a sell from Proto. Is that going to respond? Is R22 going to respond with his own wolf, though, is the question, and he is. So this might give Proto... see, Proto almost just, like, played himself here, though, because now R22 is going to get a wolf, right? Proto's probably never going to be able to scout that because of turrets. Proto's not going to be able to deal any damage. So I think R22 is just in a great spot. Let's see if Proto can pull a rabbit out of that here. Yeah, here's the big problem is that Protokam just is playing in the dark. Maybe he could use some falcons to do some cliff abuse. That would be nice, but then your army's like super out of position. Still mainly Squizzard here from Protokam, trying to get into some tier 2. Good economy at least for Protokam. He's actually got the economic lead for now. He's gonna throw down another wolf, it looks like. He's gonna try to hide it way back here, but unfortunately his first wolf... Oh no, just going for more tier 2. Maybe if he gets enough falcons? Like, falcons are really good against R22's army. He's only got squirrels that can shoot up. And the falcons will have enough time to get out. Will they? No, not quite. He should have one falcon from each warren, because it's going to be a full minute for a tier 2 warren to build, plus both tier 2 come out of it. Oh, Protokam! Ah, did he get in and see it? I think he saw it. He did see it, okay. So he knows the wolf is about to be here. It's like... That's not, like, that's information you can't do a whole lot with, unfortunately. Alright, he will have 4 falcons. I don't know, this, you know what? Maybe. I'm not counting Protokam out just yet. Oh, especially, R22's tried to transition into falcons of his own, so he's not going to move out immediately. Oh, this might be a good window, but again, all those turrets, man. Where are the moles, Proto? Skunks go down. Trades for a cam, though. Oh, one skunk's still alive for now. Oh, Protokam! Getting some work done. The falcons are good units. And right now, Protokam's got more. Oh, that falcon goes down, but the problem is just all these turrets, they're gonna shred these falcons. Protokam's gonna jump in, though, try to get it done. He's gonna lose all his falcons, though, for his hubris. Takes out one turret. A good thing for Proto just became a bad thing. You can see right there on the graph when he attacked those turrets. And I think Protokam's advantage went away when he lost those few falcons. Protokam trying to catch... If he can catch the wolf, yeah, no, he's going to go ahead and tap out. GG. Really well defended by R22. And love to see the aggression out of Protokam as well, by the way. Attacking is really hard in this game. Alright, match number 2. It's cool to see somebody try, though, you know, and, like, try to be aggressive, not just sit back and go to 16 farms. On the bottom right, this time with the toads and ferrets. Let's go. Protokam up top, in the left, also toads. R22, toads magoads. Toads all around. Mines as well for R22. And the falcon, wolf, squirrel here to stay. Wolf is in a pretty good position this patch. I mean, it just synergizes really nicely with the falcons, of course. We have seen that, like, badger owl style out of a few players. I think that's also very strong, maybe stronger than wolf. Just kind of depends on the compositions and the engagements. So much comes down to engagements in this game, it's wild. 4-farm double, by the way, from Protokam, a mix of Squizzard, and R22 just trying to defend with mines for now. Gonna get a 6-farm Warren, 5-farm Warren, somewhere in there. Protokam being careful not to supply block his production. And gonna come in and gonna get hit. If only he would have stayed a little bit longer. One mine trades 1 for 1. And keep in mind, Protokam needs to not just trade 1 for 1. He needs to get a little bit of damage done at least. He needs to kill a pig or something like that. And it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Those mines are in a great spot for the defense here. Protokam deciding if he wants to risk it for the biscuit. Chooses not to. Gonna come home and try to salvage his economy a little bit, so... Again, although that was pretty even, you know, just trading 1 for 1, mines for tier 1. R22 did get those farms up a little bit faster. So that puts R22 in the lead at the moment. Very small amount, though, not the biggest deal in the world. And pretty short map. It's a little bit more open, but it's also very easy for R22 to kind of defend all these bases by just kind of keeping his units around here. Protokam's fine. I mean, you could take this pocket base if you really wanted to. It's a shame Protokam doesn't have, like, balloons or something. This would have been a fantastic map for that, seeing how he's got the ferrets as well. Gonna go into some quick falcons. Is Protokam here. And R22 gonna get the expansion. R22 coming in, see what he can see. Does scout the tier 2. Meanwhile, Protokam gonna come in, sees the mill. Okay, and sees the tier 2. So both players with full information at the moment. Question is, does Protokam want to take his own mill? Or does he want to double down? I think taking the mill is the right call. Let's see what Protokam decides. Gonna go for double tier 2. Okay, no. Gonna get more tier 1. And gonna try to bust. Falcon versus Cam can go either way. The thing is, the Cams can get underneath the Falcons, tank the damage, kill the squirrels, while the Cam player squirrels kill the enemy Falcons. Or the enemy Falcons can just rail down the squirrels. It really just depends on what Protokam's Falcons target, I think. This comp looks stronger to me for Protokam. Now, Cams actually, though, against Toads are quite good. You're very happy if Protokam just runs his 6 Toads into your Cams. Yeah, sure, your Cams die, but it's a lot better than those Toads deleting all your squirrels. Alright, R22 a little bit out of position as he's scouting. Good minds, though. And R22 does not know the attack is coming just yet. Okay, oh, he should see it now. Alright, here he comes. Protokam moving in. Toad connects are pretty decent for both. Oh, actually, much better for R22. A couple actually get to the line of the squirrels here. But Falcon's still in the sky for Protokam. Needs to keep them alive, though. This would be a good time to pull back. Yeah, if he can keep these Falcons alive, then he kind of won that because he killed the enemy chameleons. But again, the problem is Protokam needs to not just win, he needs to deal some damage. He needs to take out this mill, ideally. R22 does have the better economy. This is a good chance for a follow-up attack here. Need to be careful with these Toad connects. Ooh, none of Protokam's Toads actually get onto the opponent's squirrels. R22's Toads trade for Protokam's and the lizards, and R22 cleans this up, no problem. Really good Toad connections there for R22, and Protokam looks like he's tapping out there. GG. A little bit rough. That first attack went super well for Protokam, and then the follow-up, just, you know, his lizards and Toads traded for Toads, and it was a little bit unfortunate for Protokam there that none of his Toads were able to connect with the squirrels. Great job there from R22. R22, a powerhouse this season and last. Let's see game number 3. Can Protokam take it back? Or will R22 get the clean 3-0? Protokam in the bottom with the boar this time around. And in the top right, R22. Both players changing their decks pretty frequently. I think that's a very good sign of a strong player. You know, I say this all the time, but, you know, there's kind of 2 schools of thoughts, and we've seen champions in both schools before. You know, there's the players that are like, this is the best deck, this is what I'm going to use, and whatever. Maybe they'll flex, like, 1 unit, but they're going to stay on that comp consistently. Folks like Tatanka, Melvin Fro, this guy kind of come to mind for players like that, and then there's players who try to switch it up a lot, keep the opponent guessing what they're going after. The Gentleman comes to mind like that, Mishi a little bit as well. And both are correct, you know. There definitely is power and variance. But at the same time, you know, if you've identified like, oh, this is the strongest comp, like, and I don't care what the opponent's doing, I know how to pivot. What's really fun about RTS, even in a game like Tooth and Tail where your units are limited by a deck selection before the game even starts, that doesn't mean anything. Like, there's still a million builds you can do. Like, if you're playing the same deck all the time, you could play that deck a million different ways. You could be aggressive, you could eco, you could go for, you know, a cam push one game, you could not use cams at all the next game, you could build nothing but tier 1, etc., etc. Go for a tier 3 rush. So, anyways, pretty tame game so far. Map is nice and big, lots of road in the middle. pretty defendable first base for Protokam. Protokam finally getting a little bit of map advantage here. I feel like the last couple maps have been a little bit better for R22. So Protokam's got a pretty great natural. It's going to be tough for R22 to expand. Like, this is expanding closer to your enemy, although the ramps are very awkward. Like, this is awkward for R22. No ramp directly over here. This one's kind of in the middle. I guess this is where R22 would go. Maybe the 12 o'clock, but that's very, very far away. And Protokam has been showing lizards every game. No lizards this time for Proto, though. But I think R22 is doing a good job playing the map, playing the hand that he's dealt. And he's just trying to put together a really powerful tier 1 push. Skunk and Falcon, interesting. I probably would have went for double Skunk. But R22 is a better player than I am. Getting a little bit of that variety. And having the Falcons here will be nice, because Protokam's getting his own Falcon, so... Pigeon, the double Pigeon, I'm not so sure about. I do like a single Pigeon. Both players committing to one base only so far. So... we'll have to see how this one shakes it out. And R22 going for the one base tier 3. I love this play out of R22, man. This is just super smart. Like, he's looked at the map and said, okay, this map's absolutely dog water for me. Like, I have no good expansion. And he's just putting together a fantastic one base push. You know, he's not being too greedy about it. He is getting a fast tier 3, but Protokam can't even really come in and attack it. The ferrets are not the best choice, I don't think, for Proto. Maybe if he got the ferrets earlier, but they're just going to come out too late to be able to contest. And yeah, Protokam is not able to get back there and scout it. I think Protokam needed to try a little bit harder with that scout, to be honest. Like, I would be worried about this if I was Proto. You know, R22 gonna take the 12 o'clock, which is like a borderline ninja base. But, I mean, Protokam's got to realize this is a hard map for R22 to expand on. It needs to be trying to dive in there a little bit further and get better intel. Like, maybe he sweeps around. He's going to check this 12 o'clock, and it's going to kind of give him incorrect information in a way. Because now he thinks, okay, R22 wants to macro. He's going to take that weird base. But no, R22's... it's almost Badger time, baby. So... ugh. I feel like, yeah, I wish Proto would have tried a little. I mean, to be fair, like, he couldn't get in from this angle, but he could have tried to come around this way. This is going to be a good attack for Protokam, though. The Badger is not quite ready. As I say that, though, the Badger finishes up. So this is looking grim for Protokam. The Ferrets are not going to be very good in this engagement. The Ferrets are good as a harass unit, or like when you're ahead, just seal out a game. That's kind of awkward to attack into the opponent directly. Maybe if Protokam can keep the Badger off the Rev. Oh, Badger taking some hits, but still alive for now. Oh, Badger's getting low. Okay, nah. The Falcons start getting shredded, and this is going to be it. Great job from R22. A little bit unfortunate that Protokam did not scout that Badger. I think he could have adjusted accordingly. But, yeah, fantastic job from R22. He read the map. He realized, you know what? Let's play a one-base game. I think that the way that he got to his Tier 2 and Tier 3 was very safe. It wasn't... it never felt like, you know, Protokam could come in and take advantage of it. So, good job for R22 there, 3-0.